Another exciting episode of Speculative Tolkienism. Dear Gilgalad, hope you're doing well. The eels were delicious.
The eels were delicious. And dude, what did you think about raising this giant anvil?
And I foresee brighter days.
What, like to get it off the floor? Pointless.
So if you had an anvil, would
Yeah, I
you
would
raise
put
it like
Yo,
up into
dude,
the
this
sky?
is like,
Don't
this
you
is
think
some-
that's asking for trouble?
yo, man, this is some Bugs Bunny shit right here, dude. You know what I'm saying?
Some Bugs Bunny level, like
Yeah, this is like Yosemite, like that. There's Yosemite Sam right there, and he's like setting a trap.
Sauron is Wile E. Coyote.
Yeah, Wile E. Coyote, yeah. But it's like absolutely But like, what are they trying to do? Are they trying to get it off the floor where it's like, oh, we're shutting down the forge?
Move it into the corner.
Have you ever tried to pick up a normal anvil?
That
like two guys
anvil
are picking
must
them up
weigh, and look, it's just
It's like two guys.
it's two guys, and that rope is like not even taut.
Yeah,
look how floppy it is.
Yeah, it's like
There is absolutely no way that those two guys are.
Yeah, I
lifting
know.
that.
It just makes no sense.
And of course,
And I mean-
it falls later, as you know.
Right.
It's like, so they have to set that up. That very key plot point of the
Yeah.
anvil falling, almost, but it doesn't even hurt anyone. It just almost falls on someone.
Right. If they're shutting down the forge,
Yeah.
right, as he's claiming to do,
Yeah.
shut the fire off. Kind of like put
Shut the
covers on everything. You know what I'm saying? It's like
okay, you're shutting down a forge. First, turn the fire off.
yeah, turn the forge off.
Then move the anvil.
Right, but why would you? But again, does it make any sense that they're even moving the anvil? You would just put a cloth over it and be like, all right, anvil's out of okay, like
Right. Put a cloth over it, or turn it into a table.
Yeah, here you go. Here's a nice little table.
It's a little coffee table. We could just you could just scoot it into the corner or just off to the side. But why? Where is it? Where is it going to sit in the ceiling space?
It's just going to hang there.
It's
It's gonna. I mean, where's it going? Like, if you look at the pulley mechanism, it's not like it's that steep of an angle. You know what I'm talking about? It's like it's being held by a trap.
It looks like it. I mean, okay, if you look at the rope that they're pulling, and if you follow that to its logical endpoint, it's actually just about 2 feet above where it is now.
Yeah, it's like you got about maybe 5-6 feet, and then it's like, okay, there we go, put it away.
It's like we gotta lift it up. Oh, it's about any tall person is just gonna bonk their head on it.
Yeah, it's like, hey, what's the heaviest fucking thing in this in this here shop? Let's put that where it could fall on somebody.
Exactly.
Oh, God. And you'd figure after like a couple of thousand years that these guys have been around, right?
Yeah.
They would have figured out a better way.
Right. They would have figured out a better way. And also, this girl, his little assistant, looks like she's almost walking under it. Like, don't you think they'd be a little bit more careful? Like, oh, please don't walk under the thing that we're lifting.
And you know what? No one's even wearing hard hats.
No one's wearing hard hats.
OSHA violation right there. Look, like that guy over there.
And the guy in the background's not even pulling.
No, he's guiding it. So they're probably like, again, it just is. It looks like they're doing something, but
they're not really doing anything.
They're not really doing anything. It's the idiotic writing of this whole. It just makes no sense. It makes and why would he shut the forge down? I mean that's not what he did. Gilgalad would have been like, oh well, we still need to forge some stuff. Don't do the rings, and then like where that thing over there where they're forging the rings. Why aren't they dismantling that? You know what I'm talking about?
I mean, dude, they could still make why dismantle the forge? They could still make like doors and other things. They could forge fences.
They could make hinges.
They could do some hinges. They can do some lattice work.
Yeah, did they were they shutting down the forge though? That was like the whole thing. They were shutting down the forge, right?
What do you mean? This is them shutting down the forge.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just...
Yeah, they're shutting it down because he wrote to Gil-galad. He's like, I'm actually going to shut down the forge this time.
But it wasn't a deception, right?
But...
Like, yeah. Well, because
this time it wasn't a deception, but this precedes Gil-galad getting... Or this precedes Celebrimbor getting the information that him lying to Gil-galad about shutting down the forge is what made the dwarf rings messed up.
I got a question.
So it seems like he would do this after he got that information.
Okay, so I've got a question though for you. Just thinking about this right now, right? So when Galadriel in the first episode said, "Oh, Halbrand is Sauron," right? Like, Celebrimbor still doesn't know that Halbrand was Sauron. He got a message. He got a letter to Gil-galad. Right.
Messages seem to be easily getting from Celebrimbor to Gil-galad, but not getting from Gil-galad to Celebrimbor.
Yeah, exactly. You know,
that's not believable either.